Oh, how much was your makeup? Your makeup looks flawless today. Oh, thank you. Broke. Don't buy the Fasali skin mist if you are broke. Hello there, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing well. I wanted to do a video today where I apply my most expensive, my most luxurious, my most valuable makeup to me while I had a frank talk with you guys about finances, income, and money. And this is a subject I feel that a lot of people often avoid. Even I sometimes find it awkward to talk about, but it's one of the things I feel like a lot of us, especially us women and us girls, we want to actually understand a little bit more about. And as I have been so lucky and so privileged to grow my wealth so much more, that I feel like it's my duty to kind of pass it on and talk about it. So as I get into fancy ass makeup, I'm gonna have some honest, frank chat about it and also provide some advice. And I'm doing this in honor of the fact that I have finally launched my business course. I wanted to create a course to help anybody who wanted to learn how to build a business on social media as a digital influencer or a brand that wants to be an influential brand. I have been very honest. I owed £11,000 in tax. Hashtag you're in trouble. I have given my pitfalls, my losses, everything that I have done to grow a profile. I give you practical numbers from incorporation to accounting templates to direct links to partners that I have actually worked with. I wanted to literally put everything all out there on the table for anyone who's thinking about this world. It is 10 weeks worth of videos. We have downloadable PDFs, we have audio, we have workbooks and resources that I really hope are going to help anyone who's maybe in the beginner stage thinking about maybe they might want to do this. Is it too late? Is it not too late? What do I even do? If you have a student loan you want to pay off, if you have a mortgage you want to pay off, if you want to make an extra £3,000 or £4,000 a month, this is going to be for you. Right, shall we get into this video? So firstly, I want to get my brows on before we really get deep dive into this conversation. And I'm going to use precisely my brow from Benefit. Now, it's not necessarily luxury. It's a bit more on the pricey side. But to be honest, this is everyday, no matter what collection I'm using. And this product I love because it just gives you that feathered and really natural eye look. I'm going to go in next with the Fasali. This is the Rose Gold Skin Mist. $39 of just gold. You are gold or you are broke. Don't buy the Fasali skin mist if you are broke. First point when it comes to money and wealth and everything is that hard work will always trump anything else, right? But have you guys noticed in life, it's not the people who work the hardest who always have the highest earnings or the most amount of wealth. Let's talk about the doctors, the nurses, the servicemen, the mums, the wives, the homemakers, the teachers. They work real hard in our society, but they don't always have the most wealth. I'm gonna go in with the Fasali Rose Gold Elixir. Feel like it's one of these unnecessary products, but make you feel fancy when you use them. This is $54. So really, when it comes to wealth, it's all about choices, in my opinion. If anyone wants to make any more money, wants to earn more, it is about choosing to go down a career path or choosing to do something that equates to revenue. I think there is a lot of people who go into teaching or nursing and they know that there are ceilings to that. They know that they can have a good life, have maybe a more work-life balance, but they know that they're not going to necessarily become a millionaire teacher. One of the things when it comes to choices is that it really has to do with privilege. And I'm going to say this because a lot of people are in positions where they don't realize what choices are out there or that they have the opportunity to make a different or alternative choice. So I'm going to go in with the Dior Forever Foundation. This is the matte version. I also like the glow. I'm wearing the shade 6.5N. I'm going to use the shade 6.5N. This foundation costs £37. I actually don't think this is too expensive a foundation. It's luxurious, it's amazing, it's full coverage, but I actually think it's worth every penny. And then I'm going to go ahead with my Sigma 3D Max Kabuki. When it comes to choices, there's an element of privilege, and I think it's to do with whether or not you have awareness of opportunities that you have. If everyone you grew up around was maybe on benefits or wasn't that privileged, if you never saw anyone do anything big, how do you yourself know about the opportunities to do more? There are generations upon generations of people who kind of are often in the same not so amazing position, which is really unfortunate. You guys know my first job was in the city. I worked in investment banking, and I knew nothing about investment banking when I got into it. I didn't even know of the industry at all. I didn't know. My parents didn't know. All my parents knew were doctor, lawyer. They just about knew accountant. And you'll find that in kind of people who are immigrants, their families kind of, their dream is that their child is literally a doctor or a lawyer, because they know that those are the main opportunities where you can have freedom and maybe earn a bit more money. The way I came across investment banking was that I had a really good friend who was really smart. He was in a really good university. He was studying computer science, and he had other friends who had booked summer jobs and were getting jobs for like 35k a year, 40k a year. This is at 20 years old. At 20 years old, hearing £40,000 at the time was like, the what? Like, are you crazy? He told me about the opportunity. He told me, by the way, this is really possible. Like, anybody could do it. And that then opened the door for me. I didn't even know that was a choice or an option that I had. A lot of people's choices are limited because they don't know about it. And when I started to intern and, work in the city and work in banking, I realized that everyone who was in that bank, like literally, they knew that was what they were going to do. I'm going to be an investment banker. My dad's an investment banker. I work in investment banking. My friends work in investment banking. My uncle got me an internship at an investment bank. Meanwhile, you're just like, I just arrived. I think that the best way to know about more opportunity is to expand your horizons. When it came to also being a YouTuber, I started to make money. It was great. It was wonderful. Until I had someone tell me what they earn. And my eyes almost fell out of my head in disbelief that it was possible for someone to earn that much money on the internet. I couldn't believe it was possible. I was like, the what? What I was making in a year working was what someone was making a month. And I was like, how much? Okay, so how do I do this? Okay, how do I build what I'm doing to that level? Because I now had been given awareness. I had now had my eyes open. The scales had fallen from my eye. And I'm of the mindset of, once you share information with me, I will ask you 14,000 questions and I will try and replicate it for myself. Give a man a fish and he'll eat for one day, but teach a man to fish and he'll be able to basically live for a lifetime. I'm that fisherman who needs to live for a lifetime, right? And I'm at the place where I'm currently speaking to a lot of older people. I'm speaking to people who run really huge businesses, and I'm trying to garner all the information that I can from them because they're far more wise than I am, okay? If they got $1 billion in the bank, I need to have like 100 million. Like, can we do this together, sir? I actually just mixed it up and put a little bit of the 6 in because actually 6.5 seemed a little dark on me. It's fine, we can just warm it up, it's the same formula. I'm going to go in with the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer and also the by Terry. This is the Stylo Expert Click Stick. I believe that this is £26 and this is £24. Broadening your horizons and getting around those who know a little bit more and who can give you like some real tea information and inspiration. And you might be in a situation where you don't know anyone really successful, really rich, which is why I like the internet and I love books. And I think that this is the best way to really get some serious understanding of just seeing outside of your current situation, or wanting to know a little bit more, like how do the greats do it? And the next thing I was going to say, which is, how do you make more money? How do I do it? How do I do it while I'm at school, while I'm a mom, while I'm at university? I think I've recommended this before. It's a 4-hour work week is a great place to start, especially when it comes to like automation. The great thing about the digital world and the digital space is that there is so much to be made out there. And actually, as I say, a mindset of abundance, that everything that is yours will come for you, and there's always a lot. And besides the fluffy, it is quite important to get technical if you can. I always talk about affiliate linking, and in my course, I go into detail about this a lot more. I've mentioned and I've talked about drop shipping in terms of finding a product that you are really passionate, that you can market and label, and actually finding a company to make and manufacture that product for you and then send it directly to customers. So say for instance, you like makeup bags, right? You find a company who makes and manufactures makeup bags. You have your own brand or your own label put on them. You then build your own customer base, and you get the manufacturer to basically drop them directly to your customer. The best thing you can do is automate revenue, so that while you sleep, you're making coin. And YouTube is an amazing way of doing that. Not just as me, as like, hey guys, welcome to my channel. Like, no, there are other people who, you know, the biggest earners on YouTube are people who review toys. Can you imagine? Making really nice sound, like ASMR. There are so many opportunities out there, but I think it's a case of picking one or two to go down the route and seeing what sticks. I'm sure that there are a lot of people who would love to just make $1,000, £1,000 here and there. That is so possible on the internet, even from linking products alone without being an influencer. But you do need to have a profile, and you might want a Squarespace or a Shopify or something along the lines of that to really get the ball rolling. But I really just want you guys to have the awareness that it's really possible. A lot of people always say, well, what should I do? How should I do it? Like, I don't really know. I'm gonna tell you that almost everyone I've encountered, one of the advices that they've given me is that they don't really know when they first start off. And usually they have one idea, and it isn't always really specific. And that's the whole vibe in life. Like, don't be rigid in like an idea. Just try one thing, see how it goes, see what sticks, like shit to a wall, and then keep moving. And then if something sticks hard, push really hard on that, like give it your 80, and then spend 20% of your time trying to do something else just in case. I could actually go lighter on my concealer right now. I'm in that mood. Okay, the base is done. Now, time to get into the eyes. I'm gonna use my Pat McGrath. So this is the Bronze Temptation palette by Pat McGrath. I literally dropped something right on this edge right there and smashed this. I need to repress it, but this palette is still sick. It's £55. And then I'm going to use the new Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Icons palette. And this is really gorgeous as well. Yeah, but this is £55. So I'm gonna go in with this shade here to create a kind of crease. Another point I was gonna make is that sometimes a lot of us want more and aren't even good with what we currently have. I've had to learn to do this, budget. I think one of the questions you have is, if you have more, what are you gonna do with your more? Because if you're just gonna waste it, then you don't need it. We're gonna go smoky. This is not part of the plan, people. It's all about what you currently have and investing that further. There's so many different ways to invest. I think there's 3 ways to invest. You can invest in yourself, you can invest in others and their ideas or their products and their services, or you can literally invest into physical assets, anywhere from houses to stocks to shares to other businesses. But the rule that they say when it comes to investing is always invest what you can afford to lose. If you can't afford to lose it and it's gone, you're gonna be crying a river like Justin Timberlake, people. This is kind of like, it's a cream. So I'm gonna use that in my outer corner. When I say investing in yourself, I say this all the time. It's literally about your ideas, your dreams, your visions, but make sure that they're smart. And that's why I say it's so important to speak to people. Let someone who knows a little more than you say, you know what, I think this is a good idea, or I'm not sure if this is something you should be doing. I'm going to use this shade on my lid. Don't be hurt at the idea of someone telling you an idea is bad. I have been told I've had some bad ideas in the past. Sometimes people have been right and sometimes people have been wrong. Can we just have a look at this? It's so pretty. And then when I say like invest in yourself, so say if you're a freelancer, you're a painter, you're a drawer, you're an editor who needs a new laptop. These are sometimes that you might have to spend a little bit more money before you can actually get going to do something. And I know a lot of people are sometimes scared of that first push to put that piece of investment into themselves. And if you need to work, at your McDonald's job or your career job a little longer to build up what you need, then sometimes you've got to do that. I really think that the world is going into a world of freelancers. I had a lot of full-time employees at a time, and it was actually quite a lot. It was quite hard for me. Oh, no, I'm going to put my hands up. And now I work more with like freelancers, and I can be a bit more flexible with my time, and they can be a bit more flexible with their time, and it really works for me. I'm gonna use this really small brush, and I'm gonna actually put this blue, this gorgeous blue around here. Oh, okay. I'm gonna use a little bit of my Born This Way powder. I no longer bake, people. My under eyes just can't handle it. Unfortunately, they're getting drier and drier. The winter's been awful for my dry skin. It's just been so bad. And I'm gonna go with the Pat McGrath Labs. This is the Fetish Mascara. Oh my gosh. It's so good. It gives you loads of length and loads of volume. It's actually worth it in my opinion. Not only that, I love the way it comes off. Like some mascaras, they're like crumbly or crispy and your eyelashes feel damaged afterwards. Like, I don't know what is in this mascara, but look at my eyelashes. I don't have eyelashes, people. Last year, my favorite mascara was Bad Girl Bang, but this year, it's this. And then this palette, this is a bougie one. This is from Natasha Denona. This is the Bloom Blush and Go palette. It is stunning. Stunning. This shade here, what? Oh my gosh. Sometimes you might think that something is better because it costs more, and sometimes it really doesn't apply. I found that a lot of times, that some cheap stuff can work absolutely amazing. But I can also find at other times that putting in the money is worth it. Like, if you really need to invest. Sometimes it's just not worth the aggro and the risk of just trying to get something cheaper, because you end up always having to pay for it over and over again. And I think it's important to buy value, but I also like value for money, okay? I do like a bargain, I do like an offer. Wise people, no matter how much they make, they'll love a bargain. And many a track star, many a boxer, many a baller have all gone broke. So next up, I'm gonna go in with my lipstick, which is from Guerlain. And the individual lipsticks, these are the infills. These are £26, and then the cases are £18. So altogether, you are looking at a fair price, but I'm not gonna lie, they're phenomenal. This is the case, which is basically a mirror. So you can apply your lipstick like this. And this is just the ish that makes you feel bougie and fancy. And it's a really smooth matte, which I'm actually gonna top up with some Fenty Glow. That's where the real expensiveness just happened. And I realized I haven't contoured, which is why I feel like I look a bit like an egghead. These are some extra ass lashes, people. They're extra. Oh my gosh. Oh Lord, she's expensive. Now I'm being backwards and contouring now, but yeah. And I love that Fenty because it's kind of like a powder. Oh, okay, $1 million transformation. Wow, this is really a lot. I always feel good when I put my makeup on. And I know it's like putting cash on my face right about now. Hope you like this topic of conversation. I feel like when I do like a makeup video, I'm gonna try and bring a topic into it. Again, this wasn't a detailed video, but I have my course And I have my new channel where I will get into all these topics in more details. But this is for this channel's for my girls who love beauty, but also love a little bit of life as well. Final look. Do you think it's worth it? Is it worth it, darling? We're gonna do a little cha-ching and do the value of this face over here. And I want you guys to let me know in the comments if you think it was worth it. But to be honest, it doesn't really matter because I feel like it's worth it. The same way when you go for a massage and you go for a facial, you don't need that. You don't need that, but it feels good. Okay guys, I am done. Thank you guys so much for watching, and in the meantime, I'll catch you later. Bye.